Okay, let's make sure we're actually going. Everybody hear me okay? Make sure I got chat in here. Jag, thank you for being first. Let's see if people can actually hear me. Pop, pop, pop. Noises, noises, noises. Jag. Alright, we are audible. Hello, everybody. Let me get this started. What is up, Pi? What's up, Ren? What's up, Demi? Last Minute Sicky Boy podcast. Always a favorite. Let's get this pupperino going. Alright, so without further ado, let's get the intros out of the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live, no one planned anything is going on show. I literally was just lying in bed sick, so let's get started so I can explain why I am such a big baby pants. How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Network, link 226. I'm your very under-the-weather host, Spencer Presley, and when I'm not bashing my head against the skull of Twitch and Monkey Ball, I am hosting this here podcast all about Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. So this is a very special live show, recorded live on YouTube, and we are talking all about the big news today, which is Atlus has just launched the 25th anniversary Persona website. Yes, that is correct. The big old news everyone expected, but no one was sure when we were going to get it. And let me tell you, we've got a hell of a bunch to dive into. Yes, there's merch, but we have not one, not two, not even three. We have 7 projects that are going to get announced. And that is such a outrageous number, I have to do this sick. And I don't even know who's going to come on. So this may be a town hall where people, I might open up the SMTN town hall thing. So just remember, if you do jump in there, just to be muted if I am in there. I'm going to try and get a couple of special guests on if they are awake. But that is all up to the fact if anyone is even awake. So let me get my little drink. So let me pull up the website here because I literally just rolled out of bed, made a cover, and got us going here. So let's go to window capture. Let's make it so everyone can see this lovely, lovely screen. Here's the Persona website. Alright, so website it up, and I think it should just match everything I'm doing. Okay, perfect. So here is the website. Let me pull it open here just so got this going again. So website here, run-of-the-mill, hey, guess what, everybody? It's the 25th anniversary of Persona in September. We will have projects starting in September 2021 to autumn 2022. So, like, they're going full Nintendo with this one. Atlus Japan is actually committing harder to this than I would have expected. If you've been following the show at all or have just been kind of listening to me ever talk about this, I've been told that this was not something they've really put too much effort into, and I'm glad to be proven wrong here. So obviously we've got merchandise, but what I really want to show here is our first big one, and actually just kind of showing, so the anniversary project, it is 7 projects. And man, I have a lot to say here, but I really kind of want to just get everyone's kind of thoughts. So chat, really quick, thoughts on it being 7. We're going to go in, we're going to speculate, we're going to guess every little dumb thing it might be, but I'm curious, like, chat, like, how do you feel about waking up to 7 pieces of news? Because I think there's a lot to break down, and let me tell you, this piece of artwork right here in the middle, I think is very, very, very telling. Very telling. First up, let me actually see if we can't get a special guestarino in here, / if anyone is awake. Let's see if anyone is actually awake here. Chugga, chugga, chugga. We're going to do a cold call to my good friend, Duke. Will the Duke answer? Or is the Duke even free, is what I really should be asking.
What?
Duke, you're live on the air. How are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm freaking the fuck out right now, man. It's crazy.
Let me tell you, if you woke me up sick as a dog after a long Monday at work and said, Spencer, they launched the website, I'd say, who fucking cares? I launch a website, I don't even care. You tell me Atlas launches an anniversary website with 7 projects? Rock hard. Rock hard with speculation. So while I'm gathering my own thoughts and trying not to kill myself, Duke, I want you just to jump in right now. Give me one prediction for these 7 projects. What is your one guess?
Persona 5 Arena.
It's what's so fucked up? There are so many potentials with 7, we can't even rule that out. I used to just say, nah, it can't happen. They don't got enough runway for it. Look at them now. They got 7. They could announce 2 anime spin-offs and we could still have 5 other projects. How crazy is that? Ooh, hold on. Killamo brings up something really interesting in chat. I'm going to put this out right now. Please, whatever entity exists in the world, don't let any of these projects be that Chinese mobile game. Please.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Oh, man. What is it, like Project Codename X or something?
Yeah.
No. Please don't let any of that. That's bad. But, man, so just curious. So why is Arena your first guess, out of curiosity?
Because it's long overdue. It's like, we need a new fighting game for Persona. And the fact that Joker was supposed to be in Ultimax.
I don't even think it's fair to say he was supposed to be. I think it's almost more fair to say he was cut.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he was going to be in the game, and they're just like, nah. So it's just like, we need that new Persona 5 fighting game.
We need that good. We need that good.
And I want to see everybody.
Mark Louis in chat, because I'm now actually paying attention to chat now that I'm not half dead. Is blank canon is a question I hear a lot. Everything's canon. Just always think of that as the guideline. Is it a novel?
Oh, the Detective
canon.
Naruto one?
Yeah.
Fuck that one. That's not canon.
They're all canon. They're all canon.
That one contradicts too much.
They're all canon. Okay, so before I let you go, because I want to cycle in people first before we get anything too crazy. I want to ask you, what's one thing you don't want one of these 7 projects to be besides the mobile game?
I have 2.
Go for it.
One, not a movie.
Ooh,
unless it's a movie. Unless it's a movie of Persona 1 and 2, I'm fine with that. But if it's like a movie or something else, fuck that. And then another half-assed dancing game.
I think they're out of ideas, dude. Like, not like they can't do it, but I think like there wouldn't be the passion for it, you know?
Yeah.
I might call you back, just letting you know. I just wanted to, real quick, in case we don't get you out here, where can people follow you really quick, like Twitter and Twitch and stuff?
Well, if you want to see me on Twitch or Twitter, I'm on Duke Black _. That's about it. I said slash.
Just buy DukeBlack.com. Just make that like your new website.
Yeah, maybe.
Jag and chat. Trinity Souls the movie would be the most fucking move of all time. That would be the most like fucked up thing of all time.
If they remade that, like, try to fix the story and like try to fit it in Persona or made its own thing, maybe. You know, like if they got like a good like studio to do it, then maybe. I'd probably be fine with that.
That's too funny. All right, man. Well, let me try and get somebody else in here. You have a good rest of your night, and I'm going to be freaking out probably for the next, 90 hours. Also, hi, 73 of you all. I don't know where you all came from, but I'm glad everyone's excited for possible news. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you have the red button there, just click the red button, please. Okay, second mystery call time. Will handsome Man, arc pickup. My guess is no. We'll find out. Is he VTubing? Are you currently VTubing?
No, what's up?
Okay. So, hi. Dylan's on the show. You're talking to like 70 people on YouTube right now. We're doing an impromptu podcast. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
What the fuck?
So, we have important breaking news. Atlas decided to get off their ass and announce the 25th anniversary of Persona, and they actually decided to get some big dick energy move, and they have 7 projects announced. Sorry, not announced. They are teasing 7 projects. So I want to get as many people's thoughts and opinions on this as possible out of my friends, families, and pastors and rabbis. And my rabbi was busy. So I've been asking everybody, and you're the second person to come on, what is your top pick you want that's not a boring bring blank to blank that you've heard all over Twitter?
Oh, fuck. Persona 5 Arena.
Oh my god, I just called Duke, and he literally just said the exact same thing. That's really funny.
Good, because Persona 4 Arena was fucking cool.
That is so funny. If that like keeps happening, I won't even be mad. It'll just be willing it into existence. It'll be like the spirit bomb of like weeb fighters.
Yeah, basically. The other top pick I'd say though is probably like a actual remake of the duology.
Okay, so I don't know if have you seen the art for this?
No, I haven't.
So it's literally they made new art for all of the protagonists, and I don't just mean some of them. I mean it is literally P1 hero, both P3 and both P2 protagonists.
Oh fuck.
So like,
God, wait, everyone is happy.
Yeah, this is the closest to Smash's "Everyone Is Here" thing we've like ever had.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So it's really, really funny of like, okay, like they're really just like I equated this earlier of like this is the year of Luigi for Atlas of like because they're like not even just saying oh we're doing 7 things, they're doing it for a year. Like the plan is to start in September to go all the way until fall of next year.
Cool. Yeah, no, fucking do it. Finally. Atlas is like spending that fucking Persona money.
No, it's the Judgment money. Now that they had to cancel Judgment 3, 4, and 5, they're now just going to roll it on to Persona ports.
Probably.
So, by the way, are you just at home or are you at work or whatever?
I'm at home at the moment.
Do you want to ask your resident VTuber life mate if they have any thoughts on this revelation?
I'll have to definitely get her on here in a second.
Okay.
I don't know. Holy shit, that's so cool.
Yeah, if you told me, hey Spencer, while you're laying in bed sick as a fucking dog, are you going to do a podcast about 7 new Persona things happening? I'd be like, no. I have a higher likelihood of me waking up and curing polio. So I think while Dylan's doing that, I'm going to pick up chat. But chat, I want to get some more thoughts. Okay, here's a good one because we need to talk about this. DHI Hollow says, "What is the color? White is the color for Persona 6." So yes, if you look at the website, we have purple, light red, blue, yellow, dark red, and white. I don't think white is the theme for Persona 6. I think that means, hey, there's going to be a new project you're not expecting. Now, obviously, the safe answer is going to be they announced Persona 6 here, and because they have 7 projects, it's like, you know what, honestly, they could. Like, I've said one of the reasons I don't want them to announce P6 is because they have so many other projects they should do, and P6 is a really long way away. But if they're announcing 6 other projects, fucking go for it. Like, go back in time and remember when they announced Persona 5, Dancing All Night, Q, and Arena Ultimax back to back to back. Like that was the biggest jizz load we've ever seen for the series. Like we've never like been like, oh my god, I'm like look at all the fucking games. Like now that we're at the 7 stage, I think they could pretty much do like whatever. They're like at like one step below like this is the weeb version of Elden Ring right now. It's like this dumb website.
Yeah, definitely. This is fucking insane. You're gonna have to throw me some links on Twitter, so I can look at this whenever I get off here.
Okay, hold on. I will. Oh wait, I can just copy and paste you the website real fast. There you go. I'll
Okay,
just do that.
perfect. Are you ready for the misses?
Throw her on. I'm running around with my head cut off. Oh,
Hello.
I think you said hi, but then it like cut out. Hello, hello.
Oh, hi. What's up?
So, I don't know if Mr. D explained anything to you, but we have 7 exciting pieces of maybe news.
No, he didn't explain anything to me because he was on the shitter.
And that makes sense, as all good podcasts are. So,
Yeah.
Atlas decided, hey,
He's yelling at me now.
it's okay, appropriately. So yes, Persona's 25th anniversary site dropped. They are announcing 7 projects.
Nice.
So
What
big baller
what we
energy.
got?
We don't know any of them. We know that they will start being announced in September, and it's going to go all the way until fall of next year. So I'm calling all of my favorite constituents and trying to see what their guesses are, or if not guesses, what their hopes and dreams are. Because now that we know there's 7, I feel like we can be a lot more optimistic, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said, was it Persona specific or just in general?
It is Persona specific. Sorry, I'm like half asleep
Okay.
and like sleepy.
Well, 7 is a lot. I mean, that's more than main series entries if we don't count spin-offs.
Yeah, because like I was telling like chat like right before you got on. Remember, we've never like had this big of a news drop since they announced P5. Like remember when they announced like all those P4 games and then P5? Like that was 4 games, and we were like, oh my god, we'll never, we'll never financially recover from this.
Yeah, I remember that. Um, Well, I mean, I'm hoping a majority of those are like actual new things and not like repackaged things, you know? Um, I'm gonna keep saying this, though, like, it's probably not the time, but like, if they could just take the assets for P3 from the dancing games and just, work with that, I would be very happy.
Okay. Last one I want to ask before I let you go back to your freedom of making fun of people for defecating. What is one thing you don't want to see announced?
I don't want to see announced.
Yeah, like so for me, one of the big ones was like we had that like Chinese mobile game announced well, not even announced, like teased a couple months back. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want mobile games to be part of this.
Oh, for real. But well, I mean, they had a couple in Japan that were exclusive, and I mean,
They'd have to like do
yeah.
like they'd have to do like the oh my god, that's really funny. I'm getting Discord notifications. I thought it was from other people. It's my wife like playing Genshin with all of her like family. I was like, man, this thing's getting really loud. I'm like, oh, it's the Genshin chat. So apologies.
That's cute though. It's all right.
But yeah, so like I think if they did something really fun like if they did and I know like I say fun, but like this is also like really dumb. I think if they did something really stupid but like fun of like, hey, we're gonna take all of those like Persona 3 cell phone Java games and just port them to like Switch or like mobile phones, like that would be something I'd be like, okay, that's cute. Like I'll allow that.
Yeah, especially since they were Japan like region locked only, right? From what I understand, yeah. You have to have a phone number for like apps and stuff there. Yeah, I would be okay with that, but I agree. I don't want anything new mobile wise. I have enough like I have to juggle on my phone in the first place, and then by the time like I have this issue where I'll download something on there and play it for a bit and then I'll forget about it, and then by the time I start to gain interest again, I find out that they're like shutting it down.
Oh my gosh.
Like JoJo Pitter Patter Pop is like getting shut down.
You know what's like sad? Like Mary got so excited because we were watching the new Sailor Moon movie recently on Netflix. Like she's even like now like watching Crystal again, and she was like, "Oh, I should download that like Bubble Pop like little puzzle game." She's like, "Oh, that got discontinued." Like there's no Sailor Moon game if you want to play.
I didn't know there was a Sailor Moon game.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, like there's just it's so oversaturated from what I understand in Japan. Like you want to name something, there's something there in Japan for it. Don't know how long it's gonna be on there though, but
It's
it
like,
existed at some point.
yeah, it's such a weird thing of like you never know how long it's gonna go, but it's just going anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will let you go. I'm gonna try and cycle in someone else. You have a good rest of your night, and thank you for letting me bother you both.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going back to 14,
All
but
right,
thank you.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we're gonna get another person in here. I think I'm gonna try calling Senorish, but before then, I just want to kind of check in with chat. So, chat, thoughts about this one? Because Navi brings up a great point. Are we overshadowing SMT5? So, in my opinion, by the way, Mark, this starts in September, so we're all just speculating. I think for this, because it's so many projects, and I think they're going to start really, really... Oh, check merch. All right, I'll show you guys merch. So because they are doing such a spaced out event, I think it's got a really nice chance of like letting everything have breathing room. I don't think anything's going to release most likely. Alright, so checking out merch. They're fucking selling paper clips. What world do we live in? We've got key rings, pins, magnets, a box, pro tags. We're going to talk about this pro tag because there's a secret pro tag one. There's a bag, pins, face mask, lots of logos. That mug fucks. That shirt fucks. David is sleeping. Midnight Channel, if you're live... If you're alive, man, I can throw you on here in a second. A lot of merch going on. Okay, let's try and call Senorish real quick so I don't lose them for all time and eternity. Na, 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 na. Everyone's replying really fast. Okay. Let's call Senorish real fast. Hello, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing, Senorish, on this most unholy of Mondays?
I was losing my mind a bit. I'm alright.
You're better now. Yeah, I figured I'd call Universal Skeptic and Resident Persona Hater, all of the Senorishes. So, Senorish, thank you for coming on. There's no plan. I'm sick as a dog. Atlas has announced 7 new Persona projects and enough merch to make me go into financial debt for the rest of all time. So I'm trying to get as many people on here as possible. Quick initial thoughts, and then I have 2 more questions for you.
Okay. I mean, like, so I was just, like, in a call with some friends. We were just playing some games, and one of my friends just goes, like, hey, Atlas posted a website for the 25th anniversary of Persona, and I'm like, huh?
Oh, no, no, I want you to stop there. I think hearing that, when I heard that, I was like, not exciting. I think when you hear it's the 7 is what perks everyone's ears up. Because I think anyone could have made a teaser website. You could have made a teaser website.
Yeah, I was expecting, like, whenever I first clicked the link, I was like, oh, it's p5r.jp again. And then, like, I scroll down, and I'm like, oh, okay. Also, beautiful art, and I'm smile.
Okay, so my other 2 questions, very, very similar. What is the one project out of these 7 you want to have happen, and what is the one you don't want to be in the 7?
Okay, so I made a joke tweet about it, but it's also kind of true. The one I don't want, because it will kill me, is if they make a Persona gacha game.
Oh my, yeah, mobile? Yeah, mobile's the big one for me. Like, mine, I keep telling everyone, don't let this be that Chinese Project X game or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't let that be any part of this.
I feel like, other than Persona 6, which I feel like is pretty likely, considering there's 7 things, I feel like my most wanted announcement is probably just because I loved the game so much, Strikers 2.
Oh my gosh. It would make sense, especially because Koei Tecmo can really knock out games, and honestly, the game's been done for almost 2 years. So, like, that would be... Oh, I'm going to say really unpopular opinion, but I want to get your thoughts on this. If they just ported P5S to, like, next gen, like, and maybe added, like, a couple of quality of life features, that will make me just as happy as a sequel.
That would be amazing. I'd say, like, Well, I'd say like if they want to go like a bit further than that, like add like just bonus like Akechi and Sumi to the game.
Oh yeah. Like they would have to do like so little, but it's like, hey, we're doing a sequel, but we're gonna finally give the game DLC because it's like amazing they never actually gave Strikers DLC.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know. I'm ready for anything.
And then like Pi Studio says, and then all the Xbox fans can rejoice in their first game is Strikers on Xbox Series X.
Let's go. It's like all those Xbox fans that started with Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's real to me, damn it. It starts with the Toy Story world. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting me bother you, Michelle. Do you want to give a quick plug to people before I let you go back to whatever it is you were doing?
Sure. I'm Seniorish. I'm on Twitter. I do stream sometimes. I'm gonna get back to that soon. I've actually been playing P5R on stream. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna be tweeting about this for like the next fucking year plus. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
All right. All right, everybody. Next special guest. You love him. You know him. You might have looked at his face in person. Let's see if he answers. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Will he answer the call? The call of the wild. He might be busy. Oh, he's typing. I'm scared. Oh, I'm not free. Oh, no! Yeah, haha, had to end my stream. Got cucked by LaRue live. Alright, everybody. LaRue cucked me live, but that's okay. We still love him. We're gonna call famous LaRue cosplayer next. The man, the myth, the legend.
Don't worry, I'm LaRue, it's fine.
Damn it. Okay. So, either way, not LaRue. Hello, Ozzy. How are you doing today? Live from a Steak and Shake bathroom, I heard?
Yeah, totally. I'm fine. I'm glad you finally kicked out Michelle. I'm giddy.
Because of Michelle being kicked out, or the news?
Interpret as you wish.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Terrible. I'm sick today, but I had to do this show live because what's more exciting, doing this a day after or speculating immediately, because let's be real, nothing is going to be any different me doing this like 20 hours from now. So, if everyone do the Aussie chat drop, I don't know, just put like O, just put O's in the chat. Everyone show me your O face. I don't know. What do people do for you?
I don't know. They die.
So, Ozzy, big news. We're 25 years old. We're renting a car. We're driving to Japan. We're going to drive across the ocean. We're celebrating Persona turning 25. Quick initial thoughts on the website going up.
I mean, yeah, I was literally with Michelle when it happened, so it was just like, oh, oh, wake up, babe, new anniversary. Seeing, okay, that's cool, and then, 7 new projects. All the way up to, I think it's the end of next year?
Crazy!
It's, you know, I thrive off this hype cycle, especially with Persona, and it's just gonna be, for the next year and a half, me popping off nonstop, even if the announcements are, like, relatively mediocre, because that's just me.
Well, so like the best part is they would have to fuck this up so bad to make this actually bad. Like,
that's the thing, though. They usually get anniversaries right. I'll give them that credit.
I mean, they've even done better with non-anniversaries. They've done bankrupt anniversaries pretty okay. So it's, like, pretty funny of, like, okay, like, the ball is in their court. Like, they can, like, if this is not the big news story for tomorrow, I don't know what the hell it is going to be, because, like, we're in a really slow time. I kept telling everybody, I was like, they've got to announce the announcement in July. Like, I just can't imagine they were going to drop this on a random, September, just because, like, I didn't know there were grand plans, but I had, like, such a feeling. I just had such a feeling of, like, they have to do something. But, like, the funny thing is, and I keep going back to this feels like Atlas's Year of Luigi. Like, they're going to milk this year so hard, and I'm here for it.
Listen, the only color not represented is green, so, I mean...
Oh, my God. You know, I have a funny, dumb conspiracy theory, and you and chat can let me know what you think. What would you all think if we get out of this and there is not a Persona 6 announcement, and the secret mystery character merch and the white color is to signify a port, very bare bones, but it will be a port of If.
That'd be kind of interesting.
It would be realistic because, like, I get it. Announcing P6 is such an easy win, but it is so far. It is so far away that, like, it's like, I don't know what, like, they could do that would, like, it would fuel clickbait for, like, a week, and then we would never talk about it again for, like, another 2 years. It would immediately be, like, a re-fantasy.
Yeah, oh gosh. Did Re-Fantasy ever come? No, it didn't.
Nope.
You're right.
Big
Frick.
nope.
Oh, man. We'll see Re-Fantasy one sometime this decade. Hopefully.
Famous last words.
Oh, no. Is there, like, a particular color that you'd even, like, associate with If? Out of curiosity?
That's why I think white's interesting. Just because of
That's what I was thinking, because it is white right now.
It's pure, it's clean, it's kind of just like, it is like the ability to be anything.
Well, because the thing for me is, like, because obviously they're, like, hinting towards, like, Persona 6 protagonists or whatever. But I find it funny, I don't know if you've ever... You're a Kingdom Hearts kind of fan, right?
Oh, yeah,
You're one of them. I don't know if you've noticed the whole thing with, like, the Kingdom Hearts 3 logo where there's, like, a chunk missing in it.
I'm aware.
Yeah, and it's because it's secretly, like, Kingdom Hearts 2.9, whatever stupidity. Yeah, they don't announce Persona 6, and they just keep that logo white or just replace it with, like, a void.
So...
That's what I'm looking for.
This is really funny, like, because I'm planning on doing a video talking about director's cuts. And just because of all the, like, stuff recently going on with, like, Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima. And I'd be curious, especially, I should have asked Michelle this, but I feel bad, but, like, I'm thinking about it now just because my brain's going at half speed. My
answer's probably hers.
Go back to that tweet I made, like, 2 weeks ago when Ghost of Tsushima got announced. If one of these is just they're bringing Royal to new systems and they're going to call it, like, the Royal Cut or something, I think, like, that would be the funniest thing ever for two reasons. One, everyone who would say that who would not buy it would absolutely buy it because we're all a bunch of hypocrites, and we'd buy whatever on new platforms, or even if it's still on PS4 and PS5, we'd still buy it. Number two, it would make it even more funny because I think that was I didn't even do that intentionally. I think, like, that was the name of, like, Faz is, like, going to be like pirated, like, we're gonna mod all the unused content.
You're right.
So it would be, like, the most, like, hilarious, like, thing ever of just like, no, we're just gonna sell that to you.
You know, that would be extremely funny. And like you said, they would be like, we're not getting this, and then it would sell, like, pretty dang well because presumably it'd be like a semi-early game on the PS5 and also it's Persona 5. So Atlas, do what you wish.
Oh, here's a great question. If that extended Persona 5 edition is only on PS5, would that be enough to make you finally just say, fuck it, I gotta buy a PS5?
Well, at least my brother already tried and it just didn't work out. So that's not the issue.
Buying a PlayStation 5 is like having a child. You've got to keep trying. You just got to keep going into Best Buy, raw dogging it until they come out with the big white box you wanted.
You know, that's an analogy I'm gonna let stick with me for a while. I'm gonna bring that one all the way with me to the P6 stream whenever that trailer gets shown.
Oh man, like okay. So I got a couple things I need to ask you before I start cycling in actual other people and stuff for. But I want to ask you this because we've not hypotheticalized this that much, and I want to know what chat thinks as well. Are we getting? Here we go. I won't even give you any thoughts. When do all 7 of these announcements get announced?
Ah, crap. Okay, let me open this website. Just like
going
down the list of when.
Because I'm coming at this, man. I legitimately think they will announce every project by the end of September, but there will still be a lot of questions for some.
That could be the case. What I'm thinking is, I think they'll announce maybe, let's see, because one is September. I can see them jumping forward to maybe doing like 2 or 3 more. by the end of the year, and then the rest like early year until summer. I don't see them all like being evenly distributed. I think we're gonna get like
in terms of distributed, for sure. Like, it's going to be very spaced out. I almost wonder, like, I'm not even sure which one I would prefer. Of, like, I think you'd have a really hype, like, showcase if they wanted to make, like, an anniversary live stream of, like, because, like, let's just get the boring elephant out of the room. Guys, prepare for one of these to be a concert. One of these is just guaranteed concert slot. So, the thing about it, though, is, like, I think it'd be cool if they at least not even, like, announce them all, give them a more discreet teaser. Like how we have the yellow for the first one, and the rest are all gray.
That's the thing.
I think if it's slowly unlocked through the course of the year, that would be cool. But I think anything that's, like, the big boys, get out of the way in September. Just announce it and move on. Because, like, if this becomes a thing where we don't get the teaser for Persona 6 until fall of next year, you've just wasted our time.
I also want to say this is the first time in a while that, like, obviously there's a whole joke of, like, Atlas doesn't acknowledge P1 or P2, but it does feel like they are giving pretty decent representation across the board. So I'm not saying everything
this is our
will
first
get
new
something.
art in 5 years.
Yeah.
That's
so
huge.
I'm not saying that every game will get something, whether it's, like, ports or whatever. All I'm saying is, please bring back the Persona 2 anime, please, and thank you.
I have never felt more confident in saying this. Because I always tell people the biggest win that Atlas could do for fans on an anniversary, just do an Origins collection of the PSP games remade in 4K. It'd be the
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
It would be the easiest thing they've ever had to do, and I just didn't think that they would have the runway to do it. And with this, I can totally do it. Because even think about that, we're getting the boring ones out of the way. Persona 3 and 4 coming to consoles and PC. That's one. Even if you want to split that up into two. You know what's funny? Yeah. You're the first one to think that they would port Arena. I had my first two friends come on, and they both said P5 Arena finally happening. And I'm like, you know what? There's 7. I can see it finally.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a chance to.
Also, Navi, you joke about 4K PSP models. The best part about that game is the only thing in those PSP games that are in 3D is in P3P, and those would be very easy to clean up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to count, like, because you're talking about the PSP games, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if you want to count the CG cutscenes in P1.
Well, no, and I mean, even those, like, it'd be super, like, that's just because, like, as much as it would be a win to get the original PS1 or PS2 versions, too much work. Just look at Nocturne, too much work. Nope, just get the easy ones. Get the easy ones out of the way. Mm-hmm. So the thing I want to ask you, so what is your number one, like, basically, you've just got terminal cancer. I'm sorry you had to find out on a podcast tonight. But you've just got terminal cancer. They're going to roll up to you at the Make-A-Wish Foundation tomorrow. And they're like, Ozzy, what do you want one of the 7 announcements to be? We'll make it happen.
Okay, I'm going to, for the sake of my answer being more interesting, I'm going to cut out P6.
Thank you.
Because that's kind of the one that, like, is immediately in my head. Second, Michelle, I heard, said Strikers 2. That is up there. But considering we already at least do have Strikers 1, as much as I adore that game, P5 Arena would be sick. Alternatively, though, if I really, really had to get something, please just make a P5 Royal anime, not by Cloverworks, I pray to God, that gets 2 seasons and covers everything again, but good. Just do it right this time. That's my dream team.
I gotta be real, dude. I don't want a single anime to get announced. I just feel like
there will be, though.
But why? Like, we're in the time of, like, they've just crashed and burned with anime so many times. Like, I'm in the situation of, like, I don't feel it. It's not in my gut.
I don't know. I'm seeing it happening. Whether it's good or not, we don't know. If anything, what I can more reasonably see is maybe them announcing, like, a Royal OVA. Like, kind of just like a shorter thing that's covering the 3rd semester.
Oh, please no.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's just...
Please don't make the royal anime in the same vein as the golden one.
No, just to be like the most contrarian, they would do. They would get it be done by the good P5 anime team. So they'd get the guys who did Golden and the Daybreakers anime.
Mm-hmm.
Because say what you will about Golden, but I think most people agree Daybreakers was a good anime.
Yeah, Daybreakers was fine. It still had a couple of those issues that people were mocking, but it was shorter. They had, I'd assume, more time to work on it than Dude, Cloverworks is freaking going down the drain.
Oh, Philemon, please don't let... If this happened, I would actually, like, become Squidward in the, like, post-apocalyptic future. P5R movies. I would, like, recoil into my skin.
Okay. You're right. But I would still watch them, and if they were good, then I'm fine with it. I just want to see Third Semester Boy on the big screen. That's not my number one choice, but I'll
Third
take
Semester Boy.
Listen, I don't know how many freaking spoilers I can say here for whoever's hanging around. Are royal spoilers on the table? I don't care.
I would say no, just because then we'll say that, and then someone will be like, but I'm waiting for the Xbox version, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, maybe that's one of the slots. pray for that one, I guess.
They are all Xbox ports. Every one of them are Xbox ports.
The only game this fan has played is 9.
Oh my god. Alright, well, the last one then, I don't think I've asked you, what is one thing you don't want to have happen?
Oh gosh.
Like, you can stop a slot from being filled.
Frick, what the heck would that be? Okay, this is what I thought. I thought of something that would piss off a lot of people.
Say it, be controversial. You got this.
This isn't me, but Persona 3 Remake immediately popped into my head. That's not my number one thing to
Why is that controversial, though? I mean, like, no offense, like, I would say don't do that. I feel like there's better ways to, like, put team effort behind it. Like, do more...
No, I agree. I agree. All I'm saying is, way too many people beg for that remake.
That is so true, dude.
I'd rather they put the effort into a new story.
Is it rude to say this? I think people in the fandom, for some reason, look at P3 getting a remake the way that the rest of the world looked at Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII deserved one. It encouraged one, and it teased one, and it excelled at one.
That's the thing. People want a P3 remake in that vein because they go, well, the game has so much potential, but it's flawed and it's clunky, and there's so many things that can be patched up. Final Fantasy VII Remake got its game because it was one of the most famous games of all time, arguably the most famous JRPG of all time, and was already, like, this isn't a diss to P3, but it was already inarguably fantastic.
I mean, and I think also it's one of those ones of, I forget who said it in chat, it might have been Mirth or something. When you say it's too soon, or if someone comes up to you and is like, oh, I don't really want that, they don't mean that as in like, oh, the PS2 game is still so on. It's like, dude, we have 3 ports of this game.
That's, I don't, my stance with these games have always been, like, even then with, like, Royal, like, I love that game, but dead serious, even though favorite game of all time, if those were resources that were spent that could have been put into Persona 6 being more fleshed out, like, hypothetically, I would have preferred a P6 just because I already liked P5, but I prefer new stories being told and expanded more. Mm-hmm. Luckily, Royal has a whole other thing that's new, and I was like, whatever.
Okay.
I got a call.
No, you're good. I can let you go. Do you want to let people know where they can find you if you got to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Revived Oziak. I'm on YouTube at Oziak. Follow, subscribe to Spencer. He's pretty cool.
I'll never reach 4K. It's never happening.
You know, last time you said, "Oh, I'm not going to reach 2K by the end of the year," and then it happened.
I've peaked, everyone. All 140 of you, I've peaked. No one's hitting that sub button.
Listen, all I'm saying is I predicted it. Anyways, I'll see you. Friggin' have me on the podcast again, nerd.
See you, man.
Woo!
Alright, everybody, so if you would like to voice your opinion, and we're going to open up this town hall in the Discord, if you want to go to the show notes of this live on the thing, if you would like to go and hop on the Discord town hall, just mute yourself, and then I will start flushing people in. So just kind of mute yourself upon arrival, and we'll get stuff like that taken care of. I've got to let you in first, not only because you were the first person actually in here, but because I've been juggling trying to message you, and the fact that I think it was last week I literally just talked about the Stellar Glow Defense Force. So please, Stellar Glow Defense Force, please reveal yourself. And then we're waiting for the chat to catch up. And then Elcrest, realizing that I am talking about them, Elcrest will find the mute button, unclick it, and then say something. Slowly.
Oh.
There we go. Elcrest, how's it going, man?
Yeah, going good. Yeah, I clicked off the stream to get in here, so I didn't hear like two things at once. I didn't realize you were talking about me.
No worries. Unfortunately, I have bad news for you and everyone in chat. I don't think one of the 7 projects is Stella Glow HD.
That's not... I'm... Okay, so we talked about this before in Mock Stream where we first met. I 100% believe that we're getting a Persona 3/4 bundle, because it just seems like, for consoles and shit, because that seems most obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's an easy way, and here's my thought process. It's an easy way to make sure it does not overshadow SMT5. And I think it's too early for 6. I was talking to Mock about it earlier. Golden came out with a 3-year gap between it and base 5. I think if we do get a new teaser for 6, it'd be in the same vein as SMT5, where we get, oh, hey, Persona 6 exists, and we don't hear anything about it at all. It just seems very logical, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, what is your one pick if you had to be like, if you had to will something into existence? What's the one you're dying to see? That's not like the safe pick.
All right, if I had to go for a ballpark pick, in all honesty, to go with the whole what I talked about in chat, like, oh, maybe white it represents P3 because fade the white light, but I thought about it. You know what game with white representing infinite possibilities could mean, right? Yeah, I think P1, a remake of that, I think that could totally be something where it's like, holy shit, because it's like, oh, I would really love that.
I'm into that idea. The only question I have for you is then this. If we're remaking P1, do we mean a full-on, in the style of modern Atlas games remake, or are we just making the first game pretty?
I think making the first game pretty, you already did that with the PSP quote-unquote remake/port, whatever people want to call it. I think right now, again, too early for Persona 6. If we get anything, it's SMT5 all over again. I don't think they'll risk that again based on what happened with 5. I think that if we get something, this isn't going to overshadow 5, because technically Persona 1 is still an SMT game. It's, according to people, it still has what makes it up of it. If anything, I think it'd be a nice complement to 5, and I think it adding on to what we already have, using what we have with 5, I think that'd probably be one of the best Persona games, hands down. And overall, like, again, this is just something I want to happen, but you get 2 routes, which is already amazing. If you're remaking it, you have the possibility of adding New Game Plus if you want.
Oh yeah, because P1 is very simple. It'd be the most sensible financially to make new and still add a lot while being pretty conservative, like, cost wise.
Yes, and I want to bring up something that Ozzy brought up. It's like, you're putting a lot of resources. If you're doing a Persona 3 remake, you could do that for Persona 6. You don't really have to do that with Persona 1. And I'm telling you this right now because despite everything that's there, you don't have to do as much work. All you have to do is make environments and stuff like that. And yes, that is a lot of work. But Persona 1 is easily a smaller game than 3, 4, 5, even the two games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it won't require as much effort, and you can get away with it while still putting out something high quality.
100%. So on the other side of things, where is like what are one of the projects you really would not like to see or are worried we might get?
Okay, so there are two versions of this. One is just what I don't think is going to happen at all. I don't think we're getting Persona 5 Arena at all.
Yeah, I'm still in the vibe of like I think the only people we want to have make it is Arc, and I still don't think they're free enough.
Yeah, Arc is too busy, and then they are trying to help French Bread with the new Melty game, if I recall correctly. So
Oh
they're
my
busy.
god, I totally forgot about Melty Blood. Yeah, that's out in like 2 months.
Mm-hmm. So they would be jumping project to project. I don't know which team is helping with which, but obviously, if they do, we might not even get the same team who developed Ultimax and Arena. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't. But for something that I don't want, this is gonna probably make people mad. But fuck. So I don't want anything pretty much recently past P1 in all honesty. I think P2, it's too really, like, it's the obvious pick, but at the same time, it's like, oh, you're ignoring Persona 1, the foundation. Then P3 and 4, as much as I think, oh yeah, the ports are probably coming, I don't think they're going to do that, because if they're doing P1, then it's like, yeah, they don't want to have them both cannibalize each other. Then Persona 5, that's not getting a fucking console port to anything. I'm telling you this right now. That is never going to happen until Persona 5's fucking get on PS4.
And the only way I can agree with that or see that happening is if Sony kind of re-ups itself and decides, okay, we're gonna pay for another year of exclusivity, which I could see. They've done it before. They did it with Final Fantasy. They've done it with other projects. I could see them poning it up, but I think Atlas is in a thing where they, like, seriously, all of these projects could just be like, here are the 7 projects: P1, both P2 games, P3, P3 portable, Golden, a 5 port, and a concert. Oh, sorry, no, start the concert. A 5 port. That's 7 games right there, and like that would, like, just those 7 games getting ported would, like, make people freak out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But the reason why I don't think Atlas would port 5, and this is something that I'm getting from based on conversation with you, Maka, Nova here and there, it just, Atlas is a really stubborn company, and based on the fact that Atlas of America and Sega of America had to pretty much be like, put Persona 4 Golden on Steam, pretty much like knocks the Japanese side over the head, like, put it on Steam. I don't think Atlas, despite the success of Persona 4, they've likely seen that, like, yo, we can get a lot of money out of this. I don't think they're willing to take that risk with 5, especially since PC ports for modern games haven't had the best track record history lately. Like, look at any fighting game PC port, it's poorly optimized. Look at most... I'm trying to think of a good one off the top of my head. I apologize, but most of them haven't had a good... What's with that white noise?
Oh, I don't hear any. Oh, that might be my fan, if you're hearing my fan.
Oh, okay, I'm probably hearing your fan then. But I don't think Atlas is ready to take that risk, where if they run into the same situation they did with Golden, where the launch is disastrous, I think that would be that'd be much worse than with Golden. Because with Golden, it's like, okay, you know what, it's their first time. If their second time of something so big like Royal gets fucked up, I think Atlas would just drift away from the PC ports. Because, yeah, it's out like hotcakes, but you get so many people complaining if they fuck it up. Like, they need to be 100% confident in a port.
That's an interesting chance, but that like leads into a whole other can of worms because yeah, they've definitely had very uneven results with PC ports, but that's very very true. Well, I want to try circling in some other people, but Elcrest, do you want to let people know where they can find you or fight the good fight?
So you can find me on Twitter at sm_marth ssbm, I believe. Let me check that real quick because yep, you can find me there. On that Twitter profile, you can find the link to the Cellar Glow Discord. Currently, I'm working on a big announcement. Spencer's helping me whenever he's not busy. He's a great guy. Subscribe to him.
Everyone is so much better
you
at
can-
like telling people to subscribe than I ever am, but you're all way too nice.
And then on YouTube, you can find me at oh shit. Fuck, my YouTube count is not logged in. Okay,
I thought your name was actually oh shit on YouTube. I'm like, dang man, that's a baller name.
No. You can find me on YouTube at Conductor. Also, currently, I just have a few videos up, and I'm probably gonna unlist a few, but you can find me there. My next big video is gonna be on the announcement Spencer's helping me on. Recently, I've contacted some other people that also helped me, and one of them is a person doing a Luminos Arc 3 translation. So if you're interested in that, check out. I can't remember their name for the life of me. Give me one moment.
No, you're good, man.
Look in our DMs.
Yeah, if you want to just drop it in the general, then and we can I can try throwing that in with later. Oh my gosh, who am I gonna get? Oh, I know who I actually needed because this person was second. Elcrest, I will let you go. Next up, we have Demonica. Yeah. If you are alive,
I found their Twitter. Let me just promote this.
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Over the Rainbow, Over the Rainbow on Twitter. Doing a Luminos Arc 3 fan translation. If you're in Luminos Arc, go check that out. Anyway, thank you, Spencer.
No worries, man. All right, Demonica. It's been 19 hours, and you were the longest waiting person. So thank you for waiting.
No, I think I'm used to waiting lots of things. All right.
So, first off, how are you doing tonight?
I just woken up. It's like afternoon today, like 11:42 a.m.
That sounds so nice, actually. Well,
that's not nice. That means everything U.S. related news. I'll get it when I'm just woken up or when I'm about to sleep.
You know, yeah, I was actually surprised. The Atlas West account has already promoted the 25th anniversary official art and stuff. So it's like, okay, like they're being very global about this, which I was not expecting. I had the bar set very low. I was ready for us to get the announcement like 3 months late.
I don't know. I don't trust Sega and Atlas at this point. They're just so shitty when it comes to Asian English release, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, even through talking to other people, it's like, oh, hey, when do you think the game's coming? And they're like, I don't know, gotta wait till like 2 weeks before release, I guess.
Like you know what's funny? When everyone gets the pre-order bonus from Persona 5 Striker, Asia didn't get any, the English version at least. You just suck it up.
Yeah, you're right. That's funny, like, especially because like there was an Asian English like collector's edition, but no pre-order bonus. That's really weird.
Yes, that happened, but we do get postcard as some kind of compensation, I think. I don't know.
Well, I want to try and start shotgunning through everybody just in the case of so I don't like pass out of like dying from doing this whole second stuff for it. So I want to ask everyone in here, and I'm probably going to repeat myself like 900 times. What is your most anticipated thing you want to be one of the 7 projects, and what do you not want to be one of the 7 projects?
Persona 1 and 2 remake with reworks battle.
So what would you be looking for visual wise then?
I don't know. I think that visually they can keep it that way, but maybe updated the UI or something. They don't really need to update the portrait or something unless they want to go full 3D, because I think that visually it kind of holds up. Because what I think that's frustrated me when I play Persona 1 especially is the battle system. I hate it. Every second of me playing it is a chore. And I just wanna die. It's like my entire September. God!
I mean, you at
It's
least
so
have done the
boring.
hard part. You've played it. There's a large amount of people out there who have still never even
Yeah.
touched the original one. So at least you can then you have
Oh,
all the right in the
yeah.
world to hate it because you've at least suffered through it. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the same vein of Nier, but Replicant doesn't fix the side quest or something.
Mhm.
Although, to be fair, that's their intention. But I just hope that they will rework Persona 1 and 2 battle. Persona 2 isn't that bad since it's just piss easy. But Persona 1, holy shit. Even fusing Persona in 1 and 2 is just confusing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And
I
I do
think
it like
I think there would
all the
definitely have to
time.
be a learning curve for bringing him to it, but that's almost why I kind of think they're gonna do like just try and make a simple port of the PSP ones, just so they won't have to change up a lot. Because usually, most of the time, when they change up stuff, is then a leads to it either being more expensive or a chance for something to go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, just I don't know. Uh I just want the battle to be replicated. And also, uh options to go to the old soundtrack, you know?
Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. It's
Uh
like what? Why not have both? Like they have the rights to all the music. Like
yeah.
there was never like for PSP. I get it. Their space is limited, but yeah, like any modern port, it's like throw every soundtrack on there. There's no reason not to.
Like not even the patch, the PS1 restoration patch is fix everything, you know. The cutscenes still have the new song. Not every song can be incorporated. But you know what's funny that the only PS1 OST that they didn't change, that they didn't remake or anything is child abuse in Persona 1. It's so funny in my head.
So then before I swap you out here, so what is one thing you are hoping they do not announce?
Anything Persona 5 related.
Okay, I appreciate that. Always good to be the safe
I'm sick
contrarian.
of it. I don't know. I'm sick of anything Persona 5. I think I played it like 1,000 hours with Royal, around 200 hours. So I just don't want to deal with anything Persona. Everyone's talking about Persona. I just want to sleep happily and enjoy my Persona 1. I want to enjoy my Persona 1.
Just because you've
So,
said that, you're going to find out there's a detective Akechi minigame that's going to get announced in September.
oh yeah, it's either gonna be a mobile game or a pachinko game. You know.
Well, Demonica, thank you so
Don't
much for
exclude.
thank you so much for coming on. Where
Don't,
can people find you if you want them to follow you online?
me?
Yeah, if you have any socials you want to plug, you can plug it now.
I don't know. I have a Twitter that's called 481B Crackers, and also I have a YouTube channel with my personal name. You can look it up. It's in my Abid Hermawan, ABID Hermawan. I rarely upload stuff, but I do have a 1 hour loop of Satomi Tadashi's pharmacy songs. So if you wanna listen to that for 1 hour.
That's a good way to spend an hour. You could do a whole lot worse than do that for an hour. Well, thank you so much for waiting so long. I really appreciate you holding out.
Bye.
All right, so next up, I'm gonna have Cross Renren come in because Cross Renren, I think you were next, and you've watched me play at least 900 hours of Super Monkey Ball. So, Cross Renren, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well, actually.
So, number one, what do you want for your 7, and what do you not want for your 7?
Something I personally would want is a bundle of one PSP, uh, two both twos PSP localized Total Punishment PlayStation Portable, uh, either Fez or Portable, honestly, and then Persona 4 on Switch. I mean, personally, because I just want all the games at one place, and so that would be my dream to have a bundle of all Persona games on 1 or 2 consoles. And something I don't want, I don't know actually. I'll take anything Persona 5 related, really, but I wouldn't be opposed to anything bad.
Good though. Like when you're open to everything, you can never be disappointed though. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bring in someone out of order just so I don't forget, because God forbid I ever actually like keep up with it. I'm going to bring in Joko444, but Cross Ren, I want to get your opinion just because I don't want it to seem like I'm just throwing you to the wolves here. So, we're going to be talking about posters, because we've got we've got too many posters. For an acrylic poster stand, they are doing poster acrylics for P1, 2 again, 3 portable, 4 golden, 5 and royal as little acrylic posters, and there's 2 secret ones. I want you to guess, if you have any speculation, who do you think, or what do you think, are those 2 final games?
Definitely one's going to be Persona 6. They're going to announce that way later, though, after the SPT 5 hype is gone. And the second one, honestly, maybe how about a crossover with SPT and Persona? I mean, that will also go into the hype of SMT 5.
True. Yeah, I mean it would be weird for like none of these events to kind of like collide together.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any socials you want to plug while you're here?
Twitter and YouTube are Cross Ren. I know I'm just a guy that talks about Persona and Danganronpa.
Always appreciate either series getting any love. So thanks so much for waiting, man.
You're welcome.
All right, Joko, 444, one of my favorite numbers. We're talking posters. Joko, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm incredibly ill. I'm very tired, and I have to go back to work tomorrow. But I've got all of you lovely people listening to me, and somehow we've tricked over 100 people on YouTube to chat with us live. So it could be going way worse, and I'm very grateful. So thank you for waiting so long. So we were wanting to talk about this poster list. First thing I want to ask, I'm surprised no one's talked about with this, where is the P1 and P2 PlayStation posters? I think it is so weird that they just, like, for an anniversary event, leave out those original posters, because like those, like the cover of the original PlayStation games are so like striking.
Well, I think what's happening here is they're trying to see what are each individual game in the series, and so I don't think they're seeing the original PS1 releases of P1 and P2 as separate games from their re-releases, even though they were pretty drastically different. Because, like, there's P3, and then there's P3 FES and P3 Portable. Or is that just P3? No, it's just P3
Yeah,
Portable.
that's just P3. That's a good point. Yeah, they didn't even... It's the first snub of FES. One of probably many you will see. It's like... I think the Western fandom is a lot more nostalgic for FES than anyone who actually works on them is. It's like, no offense to FES, like it did a lot of interesting and great changes for it, but like, I think, especially when it comes to like Atlas in general, 3 is important because it's 3. Portable is important because A, it did huge numbers, and B, because FemProtag.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think what this list is it's the major releases in the series and the ones that people have most likely played. So for those last 2, I'm guessing they have to be the next 2 like biggest releases in the series, which is kind of leading to me to believe that one of them's P6 and the other one's like a Q style game, like some kind of crossover game, but marketed quite a bit more broadly.
So, this is my guess for the posters, and it's very boring. I think the posters they're going to reveal are going to be new art made for the 25th anniversary of Persona 3 and Persona 4 HD coming to consoles. And that will be the box art they sell this year. Because it's like
the boring guess.
It's the boring answer, but then think about it. Why is there only 2 pieces of secret art? Like, why wouldn't there be 7 new pieces of secret art? You know?
Right. Yeah, as much as I wish for it to happen, and as much as I'm surprised by the amount of P1 and P2 love we're seeing.
And new art. We have new art for P1 and P2 in the character acrylics, which is crazy.
Right. I still don't think that we could really, like, the most I see is re-releases.
Oh yeah. Like
I don't.
I would not be amazed if we finished this whole anniversary year and not a single new game got released. Maybe announced, not released.
Mm-hmm. I see a P3 remake happening, maybe just simply because there's so much separating Fez and Portable that make neither the definitive version. I don't really see one happening with Golden besides some texture upscaling to make it look a little bit more pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really don't know.
What about for you then? Where are you in this thing of what you don't want to see? What are you worried about getting announced?
It's just personal preference. I don't want to see a P5 Arena. I feel like when I've been playing through P4 Arena Ultimax after playing through P4 Arena, and I'm not a huge fan of fighting games, although this one's I can deal with it and it's fun. But the story segments just go on for so long, and I already play Persona, which is a game with hundreds of thousands of text boxes. Mm-hmm. So it's like it feels like it just drags on, and I love the story, and there are some select points that are fun, but it feels a little too arduous.
I get that for sure. Well, man, thanks so much for waiting. Is there, like, do you have any socials or whatever you want people to follow you if not? Or do you want to remain mysterious, anonymous, and all those fun words?
I'm working on a bunch of projects, but I haven't done anything with them yet, so I'm afraid I have to remain anonymous for the moment.
That's okay. You get the illustrious name of Hip Hop Anonymous, the first of maybe many tonight. Thanks for waiting, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Talk to you later.
See ya. Alright, so next up in a particular order, maybe, we've got the illustriously green with envy Persona 6 green, maybe? We've got, and I know we've said this before, but I'm going to fuck it up. Epic? I think it's Epic? Or is it Epoch? It's probably none of them.
Who knows? I don't even know anymore.
There you go. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
Sick, tired, dying slowly with 3 minutes before midnight. The midnight hour is about to hit me, and once I'm done talking to all of you lovely people, I'm going to crawl into bed and just probably, like, cry in my wife's arms all night. Be like, why did I do that? What am I doing with my life? I'm talking about video games, and I'm very ill.
Well, don't worry. I have 2 ill cats, so... You
know, okay.
I feel that.
See, I always feel like I can take care of a human easy. If an animal's sick, I just feel immensely unhelpful and feel very bad because I then cannot help them. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you. What can I do?
Mm-hmm. They're still active and stuff. It's just, you know, they got diarrhea and stuff, and then it's just a time when they just get it, they track it. It's like, great. I got to give you a bath, which you hate, and also there's poop on the floor.
No, yeah, it's
wonderful.
It's a lose-lose, but I'm sure they'll feel better soon, man. I'm praying for you. So, for you, a little bit more positive, a little better than diarrhea talk. What are you hoping? What's your 1-7 you want to see, and what do you not want to see in your 7?
Well, a miracle dream would be, you know, the Tadashi games, Persona 1, Persona 2, getting some love, but I mean, I remember back in the 20th anniversary where they had like all the wall scroll with the protagonists, which I have. Mm-hmm. Let me hit you with that flex. But yeah, the wall scroll with all the protagonists, and they didn't do jack squat with that. So they're not going to do anything with those two. It's just another like sort of pleasant sort of throwing a bone.
Never forget, we lived in a world where Atlas used to sell concerts by throwing the Trinity Souls protagonist.
That's the secret eighth protagonist.
That would
Trinity Souls, dude.
That would be the deepest cut. If it's just we're making Trinity Souls merch, not even a game. It's just we're gonna re-release it on 4K Blu-ray or something. It would just be like, why? What do you do? Why?
You know what? I wouldn't even be that mad. I'm like, yeah, this seems appropriate for Atlas.
Man, that's too funny. So then, what do you not want to see? Like, what scares you?
Just more milking of Persona 5, to be honest. Not like I hate to be like that boomer dude, but like being like, oh, you yelling at the clouds about Persona 5, but man, I'm done with this.
No, I see. I think because it's been so many years now, like we're almost in 5 years out of a release from
That's
it.
crazy that you're saying that to me, by the way.
Actually, hold on. Yeah,
Feels like just yesterday.
This September will be 5 years since the JP release, and then next April will be 5 years for the Western.
Oh, I know why it feels like it was just yesterday, because it never ends.
There you go. Yeah, so like I think we're now at the point where like you don't seem like a jaded like asshole fan for being like I'm done with P5, because like there was definitely a point where like when people were like, oh my god, they're milking P4, it was like, well, yeah, but they're doing different things with it. Whereas like by the time Dancing came around, if you're sick of P4, it's like I get it. Listen, this game's series has been around for a while. Like you can be excited for the new thing. That makes sense.
Now I long for the days of 4 again in a weird way.
Yeah, I know. It's like if you told people back in 2015, did you know, and like, would you have guessed 6 years from now you'll be begging for Golden to be on modern platforms still?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what are you talking about? It's just that people won't shut up about Golden. And now you're like, man, I totally miss those guys.
Back in the day when you could just go into a GameStop and buy a Vita and a copy of Golden for like less than $100, and then the idea of doing that now, they just spit in your face and don't even know what a Vita is.
How did I know that you were going to bring up the Vita again?
I'm legally obligated. Shuhei Yoshida slips me $1 bill every time I do it, like under my doorway, just for mentioning it.
Funny story before I go though. I went ahead and made an animate account to just get that post, like not the poster, but the whatever their print that they're making with all the protagonists. Because I'm that insane.
It's a nice bit. And is this the one with like each one of the 8 posters of all the characters?
The face portraits, I guess, of all of them. Yeah, surrounding the 25th anniversary. So
I'd be curious to find out like who's the one who did the new art, because it's definitely not Sojima.
Yeah,
it's actually it's very clean, and not in a bad way, but it feels very like almost like Saturday morning cartoony.
You know what it makes me think of, because they have the 8th silhouette there, and like I could see them announcing the new game. Like, although I wonder if it'd be a case of them announcing a game too early, like with SMT5, SMT Cross Fire Emblem, Persona 5,
Refantasy.
I wonder, Refantasy. You see, yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna go on that tirade. EO, that's the other one. EO, where's that? They announced that forever ago, didn't they?
Yeah, that team, it was funny, that was one of the earliest Atlas teams who said, we're done with 3DS development. They were the first Atlas team to say, we're starting Switch development, and then they've been the quietest, which is so crazy.
Mm-hmm. Them and Refantasy, no, it's dead silent. But I could see them having that new character portrait, and like whoever the new artist is, do that. But, because is Soejima, is he still with P Team?
He is technically Soejima is technically a on-staff member at Studio Zero. He's not a P Studio member. Yeah.
Okay. So he's working on Refantasy then, right? Because they had the key art with him with the girl as Studio Zero, or for Refantasy. I remember now. Yeah. So I could imagine like this new art is just the new artist and like this kind of flexing right now.
It would be interesting if we get a new artist reveal. Like, honestly, I think a P6 reveal would be boring if they were a little more technical with it, of like, hey, meet the team. Because I think people don't realize this, but if they announce P6, they're going to have to let people know it's not the Persona 5 team.
Because it's not... Hashino's on the Refantasy, right? And so is So is Soejima.
Yeah, it's all the Royal team, which I'm sure will make a lot of people excited. I just think there's like a couple of weird steps you have to make of like, hey, it's the Persona 5 Royal team, but that's not the Persona 5 team, and that's also not the Persona 4 team, but it is the Golden team.
Is Meguro is he also
We
on
don't.
Zero?
Oh yeah. He's doing the score for it, but like I feel like it's weird. It's like I feel like he could do both, but also like even though he did make like 30 tracks for Royal, like he did that over like the course of 3 years, and it's really not like that much music. I would kind of hope they do the thing with like 5 of like just get someone new in. Like there's so many great composers, just get someone new in.
Yeah, Ryota slaps. We heard that level up music today for 5, and that man.
I could hear that for 5 hours and be happy still.
I know, right? That soundtrack is gonna be, it's gonna be so good.
Well, man, do you want to plug any socials or whatever, where people can find you?
No, I'll be around the Discord. That's all. I'm not too much of a social media guy.
All right, man. I appreciate you waiting so long. Have a good rest of your night.
No problem. You too. Have a good night, bud.
All right, next up, we've got the Jaguar himself, Jagingus, whose name I always feel like I say wrong, but thank you for waiting. Also, chat and YouTube.
That time you got it right.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Also, YouTube, thank you for still staying over like 100 strong somehow. Like, y'all are being fantastic. After Jag, I'm going to go through YouTube questions. So, YouTube, if you have any questions or speculative thoughts or whatever, start it by adding me and just do @SpencerPresley so it'll be highlighted, and that way I'm not blind and stupid because I'm like half asleep. So, Jag, enough ignoring you. How are you doing tonight?
It is like 1 in the morning where I am, and I was just playing Flower, Sun, and Rain.
Oh,
and this shit
a classic. A classic. What are you playing that on, DS or PS1?
I'm playing it on a new 2DS XL.
Oh man, I have not touched that game in a very long time. I just remember, much like
this is my first time.
Oh, okay, man. Well, this will just turn.
I just went through Silver Case, and now I'm doing this. And
I was just gonna say it was like clearly the Suda bug is in the air. So the Suda visual novel.
I gotta grind it before No More Heroes 3, man. I mean, it looks like Silver Case is gonna be important.
That is so funny. Is Max still playing the Silver Case? That's funny. I gotta say, I love this. I love the Silver Case. I cannot think of a less fun game to watch someone stream. Like watching someone play a visual novel blows my mind. Of like I just cannot wrap my head around watching that.
I can get that. Let's all read together.
It's like Danganronpa or like a Phoenix Wright. I get because it's like so over the top and cartoony. But it's like no. I'm gonna watch. Even another example I think would be more exciting. Like it's like Snatcher. Like Snatcher has like shooter sections. You have investigating in the world sections. It's like no, like
I need to play Snatcher one day. Like I want to play that, but I have no means to.
Or at least legal means. But if you ever do get a chance,
I don't even have illegal means.
You know, but yeah, the Sega CD version is awesome. But visual novel stuff aside, what are you hoping to see, and what are you hoping does not appear in your 7?
Well, for one, I don't expect all of these things to be games.
Mm-hmm,
I expect probably at least one anime OVA related thing, like a P5R anime. I would not be surprised. I would hope it wouldn't be like Persona 5's, but only time will tell.
It's just tough because especially anime makes sense, and I think any other company I'd get it. But I think they got burned so bad on P5 that they are nervous. Because anime is expensive. And if you're not making a bunch of merch to sell the anime with, is they do a 25th anniversary dumb OVA movie. Just do what Yu-Gi-Oh! Did for its 10th anniversary or something. It's have all the series come together for one
Persona
big...
Q2, the anime?
Yeah, basically. So it's unless they wanted to do some big crossover thing, I can't see an anime making sense to them without it seeming like a huge risk. Just because even by the end of the Persona 3 movies, those movies were not making more money every year on and on.
I still gotta watch those.
They're great. Although I think a lot of people in the West definitely kind of just ignored them because we kept waiting for an eventual Western release in English, and then they just peed on us.
But yeah, I also wouldn't be shocked if we get some mobile game bullshit of some kind, like a crossover or something.
Poto brings up a great point. I'll say this. If we got another anime and it was just Persona 3 with the Fempro tag, I would respect the commitment. Like, the commitment of... No. It would have to be this, though. They can't remake all four with Fempro tag. It would have to be the answer, but it's only through Fempro tag's perspective. Just to make it really, like, time destroy. Like, it'll make all the, like, the people who care about, like, the timeline stuff, like, just melt their brain.
That wouldn't really make much sense since the answer was from Igus anyway.
Well, no, that's the point. It's like, male protag falls asleep at the end of 3, and then at the beginning of the answer, like, almost like Terminator T2 style, femme protag shows up, she's like, we gotta go get him.
Okay, sure. Why
like,
not?
they've just gotta really just disrespect the timeline. It's gotta be just insultingly confusing.
Of course, it's Japanese. What do you expect?
Exactly. So, anything else you want to, like, throw out there, last minute crazy predictions or whatever, or let people know where they can find you?
I mean, anything Persona 1 or 2 related would be nice. Maybe we finally get an English version of the PSP version of Eternal Punishment. Probably not, but who fucking knows anymore.
If you told me 10 years ago we would still be begging for a PSP game, I would not believe you. But, like, I love that there are still people out there
begging for Yakuza Black Panther out here, so
yeah, get those Ishin fake fans out here. The Black Panther Yakuza fam. Now they know what real suffering's like. They know what that's like. I'm sitting over here playing I'm waiting for the translation of the I'm waiting for the PlayStation Vita companion app to get translated for Yakuza Ishin. The only Yakuza on Vita was the Ishin companion app, where you could only play the mini games and fight in the arenas.
I forgot about that. Oh, wow.
Sega's wild, man. Well, I appreciate you for waiting, Jack. Have a good rest of your night, man.
You too, man.
Alrighty, folks. We've got, like, 2, 3, or 4 left here, and then I think we'll call it a night just so I don't, like, actually die. And I would like to get this uploaded before I go to bed. So, next up we're going to do Kyle, then we're going to do Shiba, SSJ, Hunter, and then end it off with the Ada arc. So, Mr. Kyle, how's it going tonight, man? Whenever you're ready. Don't be scared of me. You got 3 seconds, though. No pressure. And then we're giving it to Shiba. Shiba, coming in close. Oh, there he is. Alright. What's up, Kyle?
Can you hear me?
Yes. You sound like you were in the middle of a street, but I appreciate the, like, commitment. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
So how's it going, man?
Sorry if you can hear any bad noise. Give me a second.
No, you're good, man.
Essentially...
Are you still there?
Yeah. What I really want from this Persona event is probably just something Persona 1 related, as in a remake or at least something Persona 1, because
I think I lost you, man. Are you still there?
Because I just finished watching JoJo and Phantom Blood. It really shows that you have to appreciate the originals. Like, you have to appreciate something that came first.
I get that. I will say I've never understood the people who are like, I jumped in halfway.
Like,
I don't really got to go back.
Jotaro, we have, like, especially with JoJo Part 8, we just need something to...
All right, man. I think we got a pretty bad connection on our end. If you
just-
want
we need to remember
uh,
what started it, like the person who started it.
yeah, I get you, man. Hey, so I'm only muting you just because I think the delay is like horrendously bad. But if you want to type out the rest of it in general, and I can read it out for you. But yeah, I pretty much get the point. It's like, yeah, get people to try that original. Let them jump in, actually know what's up with it. But yeah, sorry for the crosstalk and everything over for it. So Shiva Master, while we wait for that, how are you doing tonight, man?
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for not making me think my internet just like kamikazed itself. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. I'm just in my bed in the middle of the night, just waiting to play some horror games.
Oh, okay. Where are we going? Like, are we going console horror, portable horror, 2D horror, 3D horror? What are we talking about?
Like 2D, like PS2 games, like Silent Hill, like one of those.
I cannot express enough. I am weirdly excited to play Fatal Frame, the Wii U one, Made in Blackwater, whatever it's called, with that port. I really hope that port is good, because I'm such a fan of Fatal Frame, and even though I was a Wii U owner, I was like, nah, I can't justify that. So, like, as a Silent Hill fan, did you ever mess around with Fatal Frame much, or not really?
I've heard about it. I just haven't like played it. I plan to like homebrew my Wii U and play that version.
Gotta get those Nintendo costumes.
Yeah.
I get that, man. So what are your picks, horror talk aside, what are your picks for what you want to see and what you are worried about seeing?
Okay, so definitely what I want to see is like Persona 1, of course. Like, I like that game. I I think it's like pretty good. I played the PlayStation version, not the portable version. Mainly because of the music. And I also want to see like Persona 2, like Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. I really want to see like a localization for the PSP version, because like CJ isn't like finishing that translation anytime soon, or whoever like was translating that PSP game like 8 years ago or something.
Hmm?
Huh?
No, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah, because especially, I don't know why, like, does it ever, like, feel like the fan translation projects for, like, Atlas games take way longer than, like, other series? Like, I'm looking at Trails fans, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys are translating games this fast.
Like, yeah, like, didn't, like, If's translation take, like, 16 years to do?
Oh my god, yeah, and then, like, other ones of, like, things starting, stopping, never going anywhere. It's, like... It's depressing, and then you realize it's people doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. Then you're like, well, I can't really complain. It's like the food. It's like the food you're giving the homeless people takes too long to get here. But it's like, well, you're giving homeless people free stuff. So I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, like the Devil Summoner translation is not like coming out until like 2025 or something, and like, when the heck are we gonna get a 9 translation or a Gaiden translation? Oh yeah, and I kind of want to see like a P3 like port, like, but like that's just going. I know it's going to have the Unity wrapper that they used in SMT3's like HD remaster, because that would just be really cheap to do pretty quick.
That's assuming though that they port that version. I still feel like I have this gut thing that just keeps telling me they want to do portable. Like, portable will be the cheapest and easiest thing to port, and then that way they wouldn't have to do the Unity wrapper and could just do similar they did with like 4, just like exporting a like PSP file into an executable is just so easy. Like, they're like, it takes like nothing to run those games.
Yeah, but like I haven't heard the best from portable. I haven't really touched like P3. But portable seems okay, but FES, like, that's the definitive version, so
see, that's the funnest part there is with 3, is that they're never, unless they made one, which I don't ever expect it to be, there's just never a definitive. It's just always a kind of pick your poison. of just like,
but
Fez has the answer, but it doesn't have like the best gameplay. The best gameplay is in portable because they have let you have like party control, and they like made other balance adjustments and stuff for it. So it's a lot of, you kind of have to give and take.
yeah, like why not add both? Like that's just like
Adding both would be great, but then it gets to that thing of like, think of how many dumb issues we ran into with Nocturne that barely added anything. And I think once you then get to like breaking into the bones of a PS2 game like that, modding in something like direct command support, adding in full HD cutscenes, even if there is HD cutscenes, putting in new character models, it's just the chances are very, very low. And even if they are, I'd be worried about how they would be executed. But I hope that does not end up being the case. Like, I would love for like an anniversary like best of version to finally get announced. It's just that it's just very, very like low. I just have low expectations from it, just from what we've seen in the past.
Right, but also I kind of want to see like P6. Like everyone knows that P6 is gonna like be shown. So yeah, that I'm sure that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any last ones you want to say for what you don't want to see?
Wait, I was saying what I don't want to see. Oh, that's what I do want to see.
Oh no. I said, what would you like to pick for what you do not want to see?
Okay, anything that's P5. I hate P5.
You know what I appreciate about everyone who's come on tonight who said that like they're sick and tired or they hate P5? You were all very respectful of it. Because I think if you looked at Twitter and like people think are like, oh, people hate on P5, like you would think it's like saying like, I hate Persona, but I'm gonna be like quoted out of context like fucking Freddy and Scooby Doo 2, but whatever. It's gonna be like fucking people be like, oh, Persona 5 sucks, all the fans are dumb and they're all blah, 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 blah. No, if you don't like it, you're like, oh, dude, I'm sick of it. I just want something else. That's all you gotta say. And it's like, I totally get it, totally understand it.
Like, I didn't finish it. I just dropped it. I just really didn't see the hype. But anyways, I know it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. But I definitely will not be paying attention to that. But and really, that's all that I don't want to see. But
I mean, I think though, like bringing that up though, I think that's one of the things that makes us knowing we have multiple announcements so exciting. You know, it's like you see there's 7 and you're like, okay, they cannot all be Persona 5. It gives you so much hope of like, and hopefully it's not like unbridled hope and it's gonna crash and burn like the Hindenburg, but like there's that chance of like, I just need like 1 or 2 things to really pop and the rest are all just gravy. It's like whatever, you know?
Yeah. Like 7 announcements, like all that just it could be like the entire series. It could be like a PQ like re-release, a like dance like no. What other spin-off games were there?
Well, you know, now that we've willed it into existence, it'll be Persona 5 Dancing and Starlight Definitive Edition Director's Cut.
Like
Are you still there, man?
yeah, I'm still there. I'm just thinking a little bit.
No, you're good. Here, I'll let you clear up your thoughts. I got a reply back from Kyle. I wanted to just reiterate since there was a little bit of technical lag there. So Kyle was basically just saying they wanted to basically have something very much P1 related and probably something P6. And the one that they did not want to see was nothing Persona Q3. I feel like when it comes to Persona Q, it's either you love everything about it or you never want to see it ever again.
Like I did not touch BQ. I haven't touched it yet. I can, but you know, I'm just probably not going to anytime soon. It looks cool, but you know,
soundtrack is a 20 out of 10.
I have other stuff. I have other stuff to play.
It's so good.
Yeah. I also do want to see like P1, like the PSP version, but you had the choice to go back to the PS, like a definitive version for the original like Persona game.
Oh yeah, like have like a graphical filter, not only with like the graphics or the music. Yeah, it's like Even though the remake is definitely not like a built on the like it is a remake, even though it doesn't look like that graphically intensive for it. I think there is a pretty easy way to meld both of those games into one experience that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know like 1 or 2 games are going to be like on Switch, like maybe some on like PC, but all of them are going to be on PS4. Like
I have a weird feeling. Hold on, I'm joking. I have a weird bet that I'm sure will blow up in my face. I bet none of these 7 announcements will be exclusive to one platform. I bet all of these will be multi-platform, just because they know how big of a win that's going to be for them.
Yeah, like Atlas has like so much potential. They could port all their games on Switch, PC, PS4, not Xbox, and they would still make millions of dollars. Like maybe billions, but mainly like millions. They could port all their games, and they could just port all of that, and it would just sell.
For sure, man. Do you have
See what I'm
anything?
saying?
Oh no, yeah, 100% for sure. It's like they just gotta embrace it. But I got a couple last people I want to filter in here. Do you have anything you want to plug or promote yourself for, or before you say goodbye?
I have a Twitter at T Shiba Master. I have a YouTube channel, but I used it for shit posting, but I'm doing a little bit of a project on very old visual novels like Snatcher. Very good game. Please play it. It's the one with the naked Rhino PFP, the one I'm using on Discord. So just look at my username, the Shiba Master, and you'll just find it.
As a fellow VN lover, I have one last question I have to ask you. Without giving me a long answer, just quick 1-sentence thought. Do you have any experience or opinions on Utawaya Ramono?
Huh?
Okay, that's the answer I'm used to getting. But most people are not aware of that game. It's the strategy RPG / used to be Dojin visual novel, but then they took out the sex scenes in the West. It's called Utawaya Ramono on PC.
Sounds like Rants.
Oh, what?
Sounds like Rants.
Why does that sound familiar? What is Rants?
It's like this role-playing game that started on like the PC 98. It's a visual novel and it's a strategy RPG and porn.
Hey, you know what? That literally, outside of it coming a couple of years later, that might pretty much just be it, like word for word. But man, I appreciate it. Good luck with your video project and have a good rest of your night. All right.
See ya.
All right, SSJ4. You've waited so long. I don't even know if you're alive or asleep. Okay, we've unmuted. SSJ, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Still sick, still sleepy. I'm just waiting for death's cold embrace to take me, or just for me to start editing the show. I don't know what'll happen first.
Man, very relatable.
But yeah,
goodness.
all things aside, what are you most looking forward to, and what do you want to hit with a wooden stick as far away from your 7 announcements as possible?
Bringing that up, it's honestly kind of tough for me, at least to pick something I'm, I guess, least excited for, well, something I don't want at all. Because honestly, I know this is rare in this fan base, at least when going off Twitter. I like the whole series, and I'd honestly be happy with anything that expands the canon in any way, or just at least some kind of new game or new anime. I don't know. Persona, I've just loved it a lot. Started with Royal, and I got into the series like crazy.
Oh, you're eating good then, yeah. If you just got in with Royal, you're like, all right, baby, it's like a fucking all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh yeah, well, played Royal, and then played Golden on PC. Just finished 3. Started SMT4. So like, I still have a lot of stuff to play at this point. But I would be happy with anything. I think if I was to say something I would want the most, I do want some kind of. I want at least, and that's gonna be controversial. I've heard some people disagree, but I do want at least one more Persona 5 project. And when I say project, I specifically mean something that kind of crosses over with Persona 3 and 4. I would love a 5 arena, but I also like the idea of maybe doing like a Striker sequel, and maybe you could build in characters from 3 and 4 in that.
Oh,
I don't know, there's a
I
lot they
feel
could
like
do.
if Koei Tecmo had free reign, a Striker sequel would just be a celebration of Persona turning 25. I think they proved enough with that in terms of nailing 5 that it's like, why not just give them the whole series, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think that'd just be awesome. I mean, I'd also like to see like another SMT game in that style too. I think that'd be fun. But I mean, this is all Persona related, so I won't get into that.
So many potential.
But,
It's going to be a very, very Atlas heavy year for news. I've lucked out for my career path in podcasting.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely. I think I became a fan at the right time, especially now with the SMT 5 hype happening. I'm able to actually experience that. So I don't know. Now with the 7 Persona announcements, I mean, heck, I don't know what they're gonna announce. I think the thing I do want the most is something that confirms, or I want them to finally just lay out what the Persona 5 canon fully is. Because I mean, I know I'm pretty outspoken. I've always said that I think they're gonna just say Strikers is a sequel to Royal, regardless, even though Strikers wasn't developed to be one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know.
They retrofit so easily. It's like how do you not do it?
Yeah. I would like some kind of confirmation for that. Now, that don't have to necessarily be in a game, but I do think a game would be the best way to do that. But I do think, out of in these 7 announcements, I do think they're going to we'll definitely get the last of the P5 games, I think, if there is a P5 game in here, which I think is very possible.
Yeah.
I'd love an arena, but I do know, like you say it all the time, Arc System is very busy, so I don't know how they could do it, but a man can dream, I guess.
I mean, if the last 2 hours of this podcast have proved anything, is that people are willing to dream somehow. Well, man, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to promote, like socials, Twitter, whatever?
I'm on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and I'm easy to find. All 3. I'm just SSG Ford Tarful. It's a very, I guess, easy name to find because I don't see many people with that kind of name. So, but yeah, it's been a great talking.
Yeah,
thanks for having me on.
Sorry, everyone is kind of like getting unequal amounts of time. It's like it is. I'm trying to devote as much of 100% energy into everybody and running the show and it not crashing as possible. But hopefully,
well, I definitely get it because I mean it's past midnight for you, I assume, right?
Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely get that.
All right, man. Well, have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, you too.
All right, so we are going to do 4 and then get out of here because I'm really gonna die. So next up we have Good Hunter Demi Fiend. How are you doing, Good Hunter? Putting down the Bloodborne. Getting the mic ready. Almost here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up, man?
Doing pretty well, man. I was mainly, brooding over Judgment getting canceled because of
hypothetically canceled. Who knows? We're not sure yet.
Hope for the best. And then this pops up, and I'm like, okay, Sega. All right.
You know what? That's a great point, though. I wonder if they saw all of the negative stuff. Because think about it. Even if this isn't true, the Judgment thing about the series maybe ending after Lost Judgment, they can't comment either way, because there's all NDAs and stuff for it. I bet you there's a chance of like, oh, should we save this till today? Because this seems like such a weird Monday announcement. Tuesday morning Japan, this seems very random. And for them to just be like, oh shit, we need some good press. Launch the website. I would not be surprised.
Very random, but I thought something was up when I saw Atlas's Twitter post today. They were all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So for you though, man, what are you hoping to see, and what do you not want to see in our anniversary celebration projects?
What I want to see, Legacy Collection for PlayStation, Switch, PC, and yes, Xbox. Give it to everyone.
Thank you. Don't forget Phil Spencer. He wants those games. They're going to be Game Pass. No one's buying those on Xbox. Those are all Game Pass games.
Yep, Game Pass, all right. And
then what are you worried about
of course,
being included?
what I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't really what I don't. It's what I don't want to happen. I don't want Atlas being bought by another, publisher like Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. I think they should remain a independent developer. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is interesting because when we were talking about the 4 announcements earlier, we had the Persona 5, Q, Ultimax, and Dancing announcements. Those all came off of Sega buying Atlas. And that is very interesting. Like, they've not done anything like this since they were bought as a company. So like, that is not out of the realm of possibility. But I'm with you. I hope they don't get bought. But I'm also not like super duper against it. But I know it's just like we're in the era we live right now of like all these companies. Like, it feels like you can't go a week in video games right now without a company being bought by someone.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Blue Point acquisition, you have the Housemarque acquisition, you have the Bethesda acquisition. Nintendo hasn't made a move yet, but they'll probably make a move at some point.
They actually bought someone, I think, earlier this year. They bought Next Level Games finally. It was either earlier this year or like late last year. Yeah, so they finally bought that was the Mario Strikers and Luigi's Mansion devs. Although that was like their Housemarque. That was like, how did you not buy them before? Because all they did was Nintendo games.
But yeah, and I guess the only game I don't want a dancing game unless it's like Just Dance. You can actually dance along to it. I think that'd be pretty sick.
You've now just willed in one of the 7 projects as a Just Dance 2022 collab crossover. All right, man. Well, do you have anything you want people to share in terms of where they can find you or whatnot before you say goodbye?
You can follow me on Twitter at GamerChefJoey01.
Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you for coming on and dealing with me being half knocked up on drugs. But you have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you later, man. Alright, so, 8th arc. I have to go to you next just because I'm a Dragon Quest nut, and I gotta hear what's going on with you, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. How's it going?
Good, thank you. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Australia here.
Oh my gosh, it feels... I feel more awake just talking to you. Thank you for giving me, like, the international flair to, like, end it up. How's it going today?
Good, thank you. We'll keep it kind of quick. So yeah, I have just been going through Dragon Quest, and there's one thing that I noticed when you're talking about the 30th or the 35th Dragon Quest anniversary, was that some of the things there were Japan only. I just hope everything here in this Persona 25th is worldwide, not some Japan only, some worldwide.
Very true, because nothing was more heartbreaking than, like, seeing the Dragon Quest X news and being like, oh my god, it's finally... Oh, that's not for us. Yeah, I have faith, if not just because I know how much of an initiative Atlas has been making in terms of, alright, we want to be simultaneous launch. They know that's important to them now. I don't know how feasible that's going to be, but I hope that stays the case. I can't imagine any of these not being exclusive, with the exception of, let's say they do a concert and it's not streamed. But I think as long as all of these projects come out and they get in dub and they all seem equal treatment, I believe that's gonna be the case. I don't think we're gonna miss out on anything, thankfully. Like, really, the most thing you're gonna miss out on is, like, if you don't want to make, like, a account and have to import a bunch of merch. But yeah, I think that's a really important thing to bring up, of, like, for these big, like, Japanese properties and stuff for their anniversary years, nothing stings more to that international fan base when something really cool gets announced and it's just crickets over here in the West.
And to that end,
oh yeah,
I'll just go ahead and ask your questions. What do I want to see? I'm going to go the lazy route, and something I think they realistically could do is do a Mario, the Mario 3D All-Stars, but do it for Persona games. Even if it's ports or emulated, just have them accessible.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what people are more worried about. Do I have to go buy a PS Vita, or do I have to get a PS3 for Arena, or can I just put my PS5 or my Xbox on and just play them?
Could not agree more. It's like, as much crap as people give it, they could just do the laziest port ever. If they just included a handful of games onto one thing, we would be like kissing their feet. That's how desperate we are.
And the one thing I don't want to see, and this is kind of controversial, is I don't want to see Persona 6. I hope it's a separate thing later on, and this is 7 things just for the anniversary.
You know what, Eighth? I am 100% with you. I'm very much in the please don't show me Persona 6 camp. So you're not alone. I understand that for sure. Now, before I let you go, I have one question for you, just because I don't ever get enough to talk about this. First off, if you have any socials or if you have anywhere you want people to follow you, feel free to let them know. But for your final thing before you say goodbye, what is your most recommended Dragon Quest game right now?
Right now, for a new place to get into Dragon Quest, I'd probably say Dragon Quest 11.
Okay, now important, 11 or 11 Definitive Edition?
Go the Definitive Edition, even though 11 is graphically better, the amount of content just makes up for the quality of life enhancements. There's pages of them, so definitely S. And then after that, either 8 or 4, in my opinion.
Okay. Awesome, I appreciate it, man. Well, any other socials or whatever you want to tell people where to find you?
Not really, and hope you get better soon. And thanks.
Sir.
See you from Australia.
All right, have a
Thank
good
you.
one. All right, Jack, Devil Buster, I love you for being in here. I've got to get the heck out of here. I'm going to talk to Izzy, and I'm going to talk to... you know what, Brandino, I'm like so behind right now. So I'm going to have Izzy on last, and Jack and Brandino, if you guys can type in general your thoughts real fast so we can get out of here. Because if I do not, I think I'm going to die. But, oh, no, waiting on a phone call. Okay, just kidding, Izzy's on a phone call. So we're going to start wrapping the show up then. Cough, cough. We're going to wrap up the show and then see if YouTube people have not forgotten about us. We finally dropped under 100, but all 93 of you, thank you so much. So, everybody, the last 2 hours almost has been the latest episode of the Shin Megami Tensei Network podcast. It's normally not this live. It's normally not this hilarious and all over the place, or probably cringy. I don't know. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is a weekly show. If you like it, please consider subscribing, following the show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you enjoy shows like that. You can support the show by going and following us online. We've got a Patreon, we've got a Discord, we've got a Facebook group, we've got all that fun stuff. All the links are in the show notes below on YouTube and all that other cool stuff. And yeah, quick little sell for Patreon. If you are somehow very generous and would like to help support make this show happen, because it is pretty much a one-man show, you can go to patreon.com/SMTN and support us there for $1 or $5 if you want to be an executive producer. That all being said, I gotta wrap up the show. I'm dying slowly.
Shut this, Spencer.
Oh no! I forgot I was actually still in this thing. Thank you all for waiting. You know what? Fuck my own personal health. We're gonna get the last two in here. Jack, I'm gonna get you to you last because I muted Brandino and I feel very bad for that. Brandino, are you alive?
Hey Spencer, really quick because I know you gotta get your rest, man. But I just want to ask real quick. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. You're good, man. I can hear you. You're all good to
Okay,
go.
just real quick because I know you gotta go. Do you think all 7 of these projects will come to Switch too and be multi-plat, so that way they can make more money, possibly?
100%. I feel like this not being really tied to one system is the best win for everybody. Because I think even if it's just one game, it's just going to feel like such a bummer for anyone who misses out. And it's just going to be like, oh, cool, this port's coming. Oh, it's not coming to my system, though. Like, just make it come to everything. Because they've already got their big exclusive this year with SMT5. They're getting the exclusive money at the end of the year. Just go from it like that. And then make this, like, anniversary be multi-platform heaven.
Thank you.
No problem. Jack, what about you? What is the one thing you would like to see before, if not the end of the show, the 25th anniversary celebration is over? Jack has disappeared and gone into the ether, but that's okay because my voice is probably going to do the same either way. Everybody, thank you so much for being awesome. And apology. Oh, Izzy's alive. Izzy's off the phone call. Izzy, can you bring us home? No? Maybe. Hold on. Is it a wave? I thought it was like a wave for attention. I got my hopes up. Izzy got my hopes up, but that's alright.
Okay, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Real quick.
You're here.
Multi-platform ports, don't leave out international fans. Not ready for Persona 6 yet. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Perfect. That's like you've summed up the entire podcast in like one sentence. Thank you so much, Izzy. I appreciate it. Everybody, you are all awesome. You're all beautiful. I appreciate this community so much. That's why I do this for 2 hours when I'm definitely not well enough to do this for 2 hours. Everyone on the YouTube, thank you so much for watching live. I wish I could have interacted with you all more. I'm scrolling up to see if anyone had questions for me. I hilariously only see one, but that's very much fine. Paul and Benique, will we ever get a mature Persona game with no high school students, adult issues, cursing, and partial nudity? I appreciate you keeping it realistic with the partial nudity. I'm going to say yes. I don't think it's going to be soon. I think they know they have to get out of high school eventually, even though I know a part of what makes this series what it is the high school setting. I think that there's a really big potential market to kind of strike into that. Hey, you know what's really cool? When adults are in this world and they are not just stereotypical bad adults mean rar. I hope they lean into that. I don't know when they're going to lean into that, but I really hope they lean into that. Either way, everybody, that was the messiest show ending I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god, Tango Mango, totally. Nail it right there. College. Just do college. It's still dumb kids, but they're adultish enough, so it kind of makes sense there. So yes, this was the messiest show I've ever done in my life. I love talking with each and every one of you. Thank you all so much. Thank you all in the Discord. Thank you all on the everywhere. Just goodbye. I love you all so much, and I'm gonna go die now. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye,
Spencer.
Goodbye. I'm clicking out of Discord. I feel rude. I'm clicking out of YouTube next. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for being awesome. I will see you all next week.